campaign begins on the 18th of October 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately.
Frameshift drive charging.
Rackham hacked. Billionaire businessman Zachary Rackham has been targeted by a highly sophisticated hack that successfully withdrew 1 billion credits from his personal account. A spokesperson for Rackham
Four, three, two, one.
Capital Investments informed shareholders. We have reported the theft to the authorities and are reviewing our computer security systems. The only clue as to the criminal's identity is a message they left encoded in Mr. Rackham's account. The collective plays to win. Financial journalist Brianna Blanco commented in the Federal Times. The purpose of the hack was evidently to reclaim the billion credit prize that Rackham won in the Federal Grand Lottery.
Frameshift drive charging.
What Rackham Capital Investments didn't reveal was that the money was redistributed equally among several hundred of the company's former employees, who were denied their company pensions years ago. There is a sweet irony to
4, 3, 2, 1.
the old pirate Calico Zack having his money stolen by cyber pirates. Whoever the collective might be, they seem to have both a sense of justice and a sense of humor. Kincaid wins election. Gibson Kincaid has been announced as the winner of the Alliance presidential election. He will continue serving as president of the Alliance. Kincaid obtained a small majority of the public vote, defeating Councillor Elijah Beck. Entrepreneur Fazia Silva, the third candidate in the race, was recently found dead, and is the subject of an Interpol investigation. President Kincaid addressed his followers at a victory rally. My thanks go to every citizen who saw the wisdom of my
Frameshift drive charging.
vision. I vow to lead you into a glorious future. Prime Minister Redmond Mahone gave a statement to the media. I offer my congratulations to President Kincaid on being successfully re-elected. The Assembly is ready to engage, continuing to debate his proposal to imbue the presidential rule with executive powers. We have agreed to extend the deadline by 1 week, after which a parliamentary vote will decide the outcome. Presidential candidates make final pledges. The two remaining candidates in the Alliance presidential race have returned to the Alioth system to make their final campaign vows. In the parliamentary chamber of the Assembly, Elijah Beck addressed his fellow council members. The Alliance occupies a unique position, and as such must remain true to its principles. My focus as president
Frameshift drive charging.
will be on attracting more independent systems to our interstellar family. He was followed by the current incumbent, President Gibson Kincaid. Fazia Silva's assassination was an assault on our democracy. The
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alliance's enemies are growing bold, and we must do the same. I beseech the Assembly to imbue the presidential rule with executive powers, to transform our alliance into a true superpower capable of challenging its adversaries. Prime Minister Redmond Mahone thanked both candidates and wished them good luck in the election. The public vote will take place on Tuesday the 16th of October and the results will be announced later that week. Week in Review. Here are this week's major stories. Journalist Gethin Okonkwo has shared more details about his time with the Far God cult. In a detailed article, Okonkwo expressed relief at Far God believers returning to their hive chapels following weeks of persecution. The journalist said he would be collaborating with exotheologian Dr. Alfred Alianov to produce a definitive account of the sect. The Federal Security Service has discovered more personal administration robots containing concealed surveillance programs, prompting hundreds of businesses and individuals to destroy their personal robots. It is understood that all the affected models are made by the Achilles Corporation. In other news, technology company Herculean Machines has begun mass production of its new device, the Jura Drive personal computer. Following the successful performance of its prototype at the Rackham Ultratech Expo, the company has received corporate funding from a range of sources, including Rackham Capital Investments. The two
Lacey, Romeo, Alpha, Zulu. You are approaching an Imperial facility. Please follow all docking regulations and fly safely. Approval
remaining
granted.
candidates in the Alliance presidential race have returned to the alien
Initiating auto-docking protocols.
system to make their final campaign vows. Elijah Beck said that his focus as president would be on attracting more systems to the Alliance, while current President Gibson Kincaid renewed his plea to imbue the presidential role with executive powers. Meanwhile, the Close Encounters Corps has
Flight assist off.
announced plans to construct a scientific megaship in the BD-12-1172 system.
Flight assist on.
The new vessel will allow research teams to map and explore the planets of the surrounding nebula. The Close Encounters Corps has placed an open order for various commodities to facilitate construction of the megaship. Finally, Broadcast Cobra has announced that its appeal for commodities has reached a successful conclusion, having received an overwhelming response from the galactic community. The commodities contributed to the campaign will be used to construct a megaship,
Landing gear deployed.
from which the organization will broadcast its take on current events. And those are the main stories this week. Duradrive enters production. Technology company Herculean Machines has begun mass production.
You are on deck. Please shut down systems.